Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol BTCS. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and just makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I've done this analysis before in the past. I don't remember quite when the last time I did it, but that is where these green and red line annotations are coming from. And after today's beast move, definitely some updates here need to be made. First thing I'm going to do is a little house cleaning here and get rid of a couple of these lines, both here and here. Sure, these lines still pertain, but they're just not really relevant right now. And from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to risk causing confusion because of all the clutter from lines all over the place. So just want to try to keep this as clean as possible. The first update, though, that needs to be made comes from a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. And to me, this level of support right here at 0.103 is very, very important because, that's kind of helping us gauge whether or not today's price movement has any sort of true power behind it. Why do I say that? Well, hopefully we can use a little bit of logic here that price movements with true power, with genuine strength, the price is going to progress forward, right? The price is not going to go back to where it was. I'm assuming you're saying, hey, thanks, Captain Obvious. Of course, if a price is truly strong, then the price is not going to go back to where it was. That would be a contradiction. Exactly. So, like I said, I'm thinking we can all agree on that logic. So let's say something like this were to happen. I'm not saying it will, but just pretend that there's a drastic pullback. The price comes all the way down here. However, bounces around and then starts to head back up. What would you have in this situation here? Well, you'd have a set of lows right there. You'd have this previous base of lows down there. If you picture each of these as stair steps, I guess we can take it one step further. You have this big base of stair steps down here. So if you picture these as stair steps, what are these stair steps doing from the big picture perspective? They're sloping in the upwards direction. And again, that's the name of the game. However, if the price were to come down there and then, let's say, not hold and then just continue to separate to the downside, what would the price be doing at that point in time? That would be literally putting the price right back inside of this range that it just broke out of. This big old range here, you don't want to see the price going back inside of that range. Again, and I'm assuming I state the obvious when I say that. So to me, that's why that 0.103 mark is so important because it's gauging whether or not the price is actually making progress in the long term. So to me, that is the primary level to keep an eye on going forward. And, if the price can, start to build some higher bases, then that's the key. Now, of course, it's not like the price is going to go down there. If it drops down to 12 cents and then that's the new higher base, well, that's just kind of icing on the cake because that's even better. But in my mind, the quote-unquote must-hold level of support going forward is definitely going to be at 0.103. But anyway, slice it any way you look at it. Very, very powerful day today. So we'll see how next week all unfolds. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.